Yeah, you know when you got like a week off work and then the first day you realise, oh, I'm ill. Yeah, that's why it sounds so bad. But about a week ago, I was at work and I just finished reading Persona story and I thought, I want to see if there's any good Mortal Kombat fanfics out there. So I went to the Mortal Kombat fanfic recommendations page on TV Tropes. Well, I googled to get to that page, but you get the point. Because there's a bunch of stuff that's here under different categories, like continuations, alternate universe fics, general fics, shipping fics, all sorts of stuff. And so I was trying to see if there's anything there. And then in the Google results, what I found was this. Some mad lad at some point, I guess, made a Mortal Kombat Chronicles page on TV Tropes. And this just blew me away because I feel like it's one of those things that feels like a sign of success. You know, it's like when you get your own Wikipedia article, but obviously like a way lower level thing, right? Probably more accurate to compare it to getting a Wikitubia page that you didn't make. Someone else made it, right? Someone else thought you or your creation was noteworthy enough to put on one of these websites. And, you know, it's one of those things that you kind of want to happen eventually, but I've never brought it up because I figured that if I brought up the fanfic recommendations page, God, I hope I never brought it up. I might have done it at some point, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Is if I were to bring up the fanfic recommendations page for Mortal Kombat on TV Tropes, someone might get the idea to put my stuff on there. And that would kind of diminish it. Like, it's not that someone came up with the idea independently because they thought it would be cool to put on there, then they went and did it. It's, I gave them the idea. And that's tantamount to just asking someone to do it, or worse, doing it myself. And at that point, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't represent any kind of success. It's just, you did it, directly or indirectly. But of course, I always hoped it would happen someday. I hoped that someone would put it on the fanfic recommendations page. I never in my wildest dreams imagined someone would make an entire page for it. And not just make the page and put a couple of notes on there. There's quite a lot on here. You know, it goes on quite a ways. I read through it already on that day, and it was interesting just to see the kind of things that were being brought up. A lot of it relates to Melina and Sindel plot points, which makes sense. They got a lot of focus, which is even acknowledged in here. And I like the way certain things are described. Like this one I thought was quite good. Under heroic sacrifice, an attempt at this backfires horrifically in Sonya's backstory. After Kano has both her and her twin brother Daniel dead to rights, Sonya spits in his face, hoping that he will kill her in response, but still buy enough time for the backup to arrive and save Danny. Instead, Kano cuts Danny's heart out in front of her out of spite. And then, of course, it's not just a write-up of that event, it's, here's another trope this connects to, is, and show it to you, which is about hearts being ripped out, I guess. And there are certain bits that have got spoiler warnings and stuff like that. It's like, it's not just a random thing. This is properly done. This is really well done. I like this a lot. I just think it's really cool that someone went to the effort of making this. But now that someone has, and well within my rights to bring it up, chill it and go, haha, yes, this is proof of my success, and kind of gloat about it, but in like an ironic sense, so that I don't come off as too egotistical. But also I can use this opportunity to suggest people go on there and keep it going. Whenever a new chapter comes out, go, oh, there's a new chapter, let's read it. Oh, there's a trope I can put on the page, and go put it on the page. Maybe even expand it to, like, you can have sub-pages, like you can have ones for characters and stuff. That feels like it'd be a bit pointless just because it's largely the same characters that already exist, unless you're going to detail, like, here's how things were changed or combined. But I think a page for, like, cool moments, funny moments, heartwarming moments, heartbreaking moments, stuff like that, that would be cool. But that would require there to be moments like that in the series, and I don't know how well I managed to convey those ideas, so that's probably a long shot. But I think this is really cool. Although there are certain points where I think it's funny that it doesn't actually give specific context, like adaptation relationship overhaul. Shiva is now one of Goro's 7 wives at Royal Harem, as mentioned in his MK1 bio. What's the spoiler? She kills the rest. And then it links to murder the hypotenuse. Now, that gives off the wrong impression about what actually goes on in the scene. But I'm not going to explain it, because it's funny. Like, she was like, I will have Goro to myself, which it's debatable whether that's in line with her MK11 characterization. Would she be the kind who's like, yeah, he's my man, fuck y'all bitches? Or is she the kind of be like, I'm a strong independent Shokan who don't need no man? Because she was the worst in MK11. But it's just really cool having all these write-ups on these chapters. Even chapter 30, the one about Liu Kang's brother, Liu Chao, got a lot of attention. I mean, even here, like Extended Extra discusses it, and there's a bunch more that goes into a lot of detail about it. And here, character re-element. One of the stated goals of the fic is to correct the mishandling the Force innate beliefs certain characters went through, such as Sindel, Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, Liu Kang, Goro. And yeah, I like that. It was like the description: a collection of short stories featuring various characters intend to explore the cast in more depth than NetherRealm Studios will. Is that the official description? That sounds like something I would write, but I don't know if that's what I officially put. But yeah, I like that description. If someone came up with that and it wasn't me, good on you. If I came up with it, good on me for coming up with it, and good on whoever it was for putting it there. But I've rambled long enough. This is just really cool. And it was just a really nice thing to see. I think I needed that, especially in a time when MK12 is teasing, oh, here's a grain of sand, here's a clock. And people are like, yo, I'm so hyped. And I'm like, how are you hyped? And then people get mad when I'm questioning people being hyped over a grain of sand and a clock. Because apparently I'm the bad guy, because apparently it's okay to get hyped over literally nothing. It's fine to judge it that way, but if you judge it in a negative way, whoa, you can't do that. You can't judge Titans based on the trailer. I'll never go against someone who judges Titans positively and thinks it looks really cool from the trailer. Well, if you think it looks bad, whoa, you can't do that. You can't judge it negatively, only positively until you try it. And that's where I say, you people need to be sectioned. But the person who created this page deserves to have a statue built in their honour. Because that person is a fucking legend.